Hey guys, you're Rex here and welcome back to another episode of Boosters Exposed. Today's Tuesday, and that means we're going to do a shorter video, which is easier to digest for people who just really want to laugh at boosters. So we got a blatant booster here. We're going to still try and keep all the players that we showcase to like black pluses or high karma, high network level, high anything. Because I think that just showing off like shit or non accounts is just not worth the time of watching. So today we've got a very nice Black Plus here, nearly network level 300, almost 8 mil karma, or about 7.5 mil karma. That's pretty good. This is actually a very interesting account because if you guys know Discord bots for leaderboards and stuff, I think this morning I woke up to a message saying that Statsify had leaderboard, so I checked the number one win-loss ratio account for Smash Heroes. This is that account. This is the number one teams win-loss ratio account currently. Teams mode is the 2v2v2 mode, most boosted mode on Smash Heroes, most frequently boosted mode because it's the easiest to boost, frankly. So we're going to take a look here. We've got, you guys can see, Botmon main, 199 star about 100 KD and about 80 win loss. And you guys can see here, this is, I mean, to say the least, it's boosted. That's the bare minimum you can say is that it's boosted. Uh, so we're just going to briefly go over his stats using the API, do some math maybe, and yeah, it shouldn't be too long. Let's see. I haven't actually looked at his stats yet. I just know for a fact that he boosted based off. I mean, just look at this. He boosted. And I've actually been told that he boosted by someone else who looked at their stats. So their API, you can check their Mongo ID. You can also check their UID. You can do whatever you want to confirm that this is the right API. We're going to go into his Smash Hero stats. For those who are new to this, this is how you go into his stats. We're gonna go under stats, and I mean, let's look at his Botmon. His Botmon's probably the most boosted account here, or most boosted here, I should say. So we're gonna look at the Botmon. Botmon known as a Botmon. Let's look at a few things. First off, let's take a look at his damage dealt compared to overall. Let's do overall. So we're gonna take a look at damage dealt divided by kills. This is another ratio that often is overlooked by boosters. So he's got about 25 here, 25 damage dealt per kill, which is very, very low no matter the class. I think the lowest class, the class with the lowest damage per dealt that you'd expect would be Shoop. And Shoop, the lowest you want to go really is like 35. Anything under that is generally boosted. And that also ties into your damage to void kill ratio. So if they have a very high damage kill ratio, but very low damage to kill, then it could also show they're boosted, even if it's higher than expected. So you got to combine the ratios sometimes. But that's, I mean, we're not here for too much in-depth stuff. That's just a quick tip, I guess. We're then going to look at his damage dealt teams specifically. So teams divided by his kills. So his kills teams. Let's do kills teams here. That would be divided by this number. That so it's about 25 as well. Once again, 25, far lower than you'd expect. This isn't just some guy who knocked his ults off though. He at least got a few shots in. Now that said, Botmon, very easy kit to get damage in. This guy most likely grappled or bot clawed, or maybe even double bot clawed the ults. Since, I mean, I don't think Botmon has that much knockback. If you're new to the game, you don't really know how to use the kit. So he probably just spammed right click and maybe some left clicks here and there. You can actually see how much he left clicked. So he did that much. So this and then, oh dang, so he actually got a lot of kills with melee, but we're not going to look at that. So this is how much damage he dealt with melee overall. Now, Bombon does 2 damage per hit, so that's 3,120 melee hits. If we look at his kills here and then divide it like that, on average he got about 1.8 hits per kill melee, which I think is decent. We can also look, did he really grappling hook? He didn't use his grappling hook at all. So he actually just never used grappling. Did he ult? He didn't ult at all. So he basically just held down right click. Yeah, look guys, he just held down right click. That's how he got basically all of his kills. If you look, uh, kills teams here. If you take that number and then add it to the melee number, let's see, this plus 980, 1359. Oh, that actually adds up exactly. So he only got killed with his bot claw and his melee. So this guy was just spamming left and right click, essentially looking at it's just point and click, point and click, spamming left and right click. He didn't bother learning smashers at all, I guess. He just went right into it. I mean, there's not much else to say. He actually has, does he have any deaths? He has 6 deaths. Where are his deaths? So he actually got 5 deaths in teams. Does he have any deaths logged here? I don't think he has actually any deaths logged here, which means all of his deaths are actually just from walking off the void. So if he didn't die to walking off the void, so if he died because he played like one legit game or something, you'd expect to see another similar to this, like another little arrow to click on. That would be from some other ability, or from an ability that would show a death, or a smashed. Now, we always want to look into abilities that he already has, so he doesn't have any deaths from any botmon abilities or from melee. And since he doesn't have any from any other kills either, that means all his 6 deaths were simply just from walking off the map. So even while boosting, this guy managed to walk off the map 6 times by accident. If it weren't for that, his KD would be a lot higher. His KD would be over 1,000. So those 6 deaths actually cost him a lot on the leaderboards, even though he still has rank 1, obviously. The beautiful 290 KD and 159 win-loss ratio. As a count overall for teams, that's 160 win-loss ratio. That's where you see him on the team's win-loss leaderboard on Satisfy. Now, I'm hoping that Satisfy can bring us some pagination and a lot of other leaderboards for us to look at soon. I mean, I would use them from our leaderboard, but our leaderboard removes boosters, and we don't want to go getting all these shitter accounts with only like, what is this, 250 wins? Get out of here, man. I don't want that on my leaderboards. Um, I mean, his highest kit is Bomber with 158 wins. That's what's that 1.7k kills? That's not enough for leaderboards. We got at least like 3k for leaderboards. Anyway. We're not gonna bother, but it's really nice that SSFI got these leaderboards for us. Really just, I mean, they just handed me a gift on my lap of dozens and dozens of more boosters for these videos. So just make sure you guys come back every Tuesday for one of these shorter episodes, and then Friday for a longer episode. And make sure you leave a comment down below what you think on the shorter videos versus longer videos. Like I'm going to try and stick to one more obvious account for Tuesday's episode, and then 2 or 3 accounts that are more in-depth researches for Friday's episode. So if you guys are interested in short episodes, you can watch the Tuesday episode. If you guys want to watch longer, more in-depth episodes, you like the math behind it and the thinking behind it, watch Friday's episode. And if you just want to laugh at boosters, you can watch both episodes, I guess. I think that's going to be it for this episode. Make sure you leave down in the description below, I guess, whether or not you think this guy boosted. I mean, I think it's obvious this guy boosted, but think what you want, I guess. I think the main question is, do you think that this guy boosted to the point where it should be stat wiped? I think that's always a big debate, whether or not someone should be stat wiped for the boosting that they did. And obviously that tails into how much they did boost. Now, this guy does have over 5k Scavenge wins, so he is obviously a Scavenge main. He doesn't really play Smashers. I'm curious to see what you guys think. So go ahead, comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you think it should be banned or not? Obviously. Whether or not he boosted isn't necessarily whether he banned it, although those do go hand in hand a lot. And do you think he should be stat wiped for what he done here? And obviously this guy's not banned. He hasn't been punished for this. His first logins last year. He logged in earlier today. Literally like 2 hours ago or something like that. Anyways, that's been it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.